Amongst most African countries, Zimbabwe stands to be the world's heritage. The name Zimbabwe is the Shona name of the ruins, first recorded in 1531 by Vicente Picado, captain of the Portuguese garrison of Sofala. Picado noted that the natives of the country call these edifices Zimbabwe, which according to the language signifies court. The name contains Zimba, the Shona term for houses. There are two theories of the etymology of the name. The first proposes that the word is derived from Zimba, Zimbabwe, translated from Shona as large houses of stone. Zimba, which is the plural of Emba, which is house, and Bawe, the plural of Bwe, which is stone. A second suggests that Zimbabwe is a contracted form of Zimbabwe, which means venerated houses in the Zazuru dialect of Shona, as usually applied to the house of grave of chiefs. Great Zimbabwe is a medieval city in the southeastern hills of the modern country of Zimbabwe, near Lake Mutirikwe and Masvingo. It was the capital of the Kingdom of Zimbabwe from the 13th century, having been settled in the 4th century AD. Construction on the city began in the 11th century and continued until it was abandoned in the 15th century. The edifices were erected by ancestors of the Shona people, currently located in Zimbabwe and nearby countries. The stone city spans an area of 7.22 square kilometers and could have housed up to 18,000 people at its peak, given its population density of approximately 2,500 inhabitants per square kilometer. It is recognized as a World Heritage Site by the United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. Great Zimbabwe is believed to have served a royal palace as a local monarch. As such, it would have been used as the seat of political power. Among the edifice's most prominent features were its walls, some of which were 11 meters high. They were constructed of dry stone, that is, without mortar. Eventually, the city was abandoned and fell into ruin. Some later studied that the monument were controversial, as the white government of Rhodesia pressured archaeologists to deny its construction by black Africans. The construction of the stone buildings then started in the 11th century and continued for over 300 years. Great Zimbabwe has been adopted as a national monument by the Zimbabwean government, and the modern independent state was named after it. The word great distinguishes the site of the many smaller ruins, now known as Zimbabwe's, spread across the Zimbabwe High Veld. The most important artifacts recovered from the monument are the 8 Zimbabwe birds. These were carved from the micaceous schist, also called soapstone, on the top of monoliths and the height of a person. Slots in a platform in the eastern enclosure of the hill complex appear designed to hold the monoliths with the Zimbabwe birds, but as they were not found in situ, the original location of each monolith and bird within the enclosure cannot be determined. Other artifacts include soapstone figurines, one of which is the British Museum, pottery, iron gongs, elaborately worked on ivory, iron and copper wire, iron hoes, bronze spearheads, copper ingots and crucibles, gold beads, bracelets, pendants, and sheaths. Glass beads and porcelain from China and Persia, among other foreign artifacts, were also found, attesting the international trade linkages of the kingdom. In the extensive stone ruins of the great city, which still remains today, include 8 monolithic birds carved in soapstones. It is thought that they represent the bateleur eagle, a good omen, protective spirit, and messenger of the gods in Shona culture. This is the history book.